Hey team, this is a really interesting one. It was one I found really hard to think about and hard to write. Are people a part of your circle because of you, your title, or your influence? You know the scenario, you move into a leadership role or you change jobs and suddenly you're known a little bit more and people recognise your name and your inbox is more full than usual. People who may have nodded as you walked past before suddenly stop and want to talk. They talk with you like you are their new BFF. Your social media connection requests explode and everyone wants to link on LinkedIn. You are the centre of attention. It feels amazing. For some, you know, it feels amazing for some, for a bit. As a new leader, this feeling can be exciting, almost a thrill, and everyone should enjoy it. It is part of the leadership journey. However, now notice I didn't say but. However, I had to break the bubble. It is something to be really aware of and careful with. You are being seen and becoming known, and this is fabulous. With every growth becomes more exposure and in hand more responsibility. Ironically, the more public your role becomes and the more people connect with you, the smaller your circle becomes. Now let me explain. Sadly, many people want to know you because of your role, your job, your influence, and the potential that a connection with you may bring them. It is, to be blunt, a way of them using your position to grow themselves. And this, to be honest, is business. This is life. People connect to get themselves ahead. It's about what you can do for them and not necessarily about you. It's your influence they want. Let me ramble a bit and explain. On a basic Maslow's need level, people have a need to be liked, to be wanted, and to grow. And you have a way they think they might get to be able to do that. If they connect with you, follow your thinking, you may in turn over time support them in their work, create pathways for them, and they too can get ahead. One would like to think that job opportunities and promotions are fair and just and on an open market. A large majority of jobs are filled through a connection. Some will cry nepotism, and it could fall into this frame. However, this is the reality. Employing people is a risk. Someone unknown is a huge risk. No matter how rigorous the employment process is, unknowns are risky employment options. If someone I align with, someone I genuinely trust, recommends someone to me, I'm going to look more closely at their person than a random application. So turn this around, and then how do you manage the influencer that you are becoming? Who do you sign your name to? I have a mantra of efficacy for all. I will work with anyone and work hard with anybody who wants to work hard with me. If you want to talk about learning, want to learn, want to make a difference, then I'm all in. I'll push hard to help you become your best professional self. If I can surround myself with tall poppies and marigolds, then I have made it. I aim to work in a way that builds capacity, respect, and allows integrity to shine. I will talk with anyone, and titles are not important to me. Your values are. I am open professionally. I take risks and I lead with vulnerability. I aim to trust. I am known to be friendly and I am widely connected. When I am asked for my recommendation of people or to write a reference, however, I do this with care. After all, it is my name and credibility. Knowing doesn't necessarily mean that I will align with you and recommend. This wide connection is often mistaken for friendship. I have occasions where people use a brief conversation to tell others that they know me well. I have had leaders who want to compete or to use these connections against me. You know, for example, to tell others that I use these connections to create pathways for somebody only because of friendships, you know. And that's the really hardest one to stomach, when people don't know you well enough, but then they want to make stories about it and create sagas. Most people want to connect with my job title, not me. They want me to do things for them. And if I move towns or change jobs, many people move on and fall away and just leave my circle. They don't need me anymore. It's a hard leadership lesson to learn. If you are lucky, people might like you. They might like you because of your job title, and some may even like you for you. Think about it. Even when you work with a boss that you don't like, you stay connected because they might give you your next reference or recommend you for the next job. You stay in line with them because of the power or the influence they have. I have been in leadership for a really long time. The further along in my career, the more widespread my connections have become, and the smaller my friendship circles are. I love people. I connect widely, and I love some and I trust a few. My friend groups are small and very, very precious to me. I go out less, particularly because I live in a smaller setting, because I don't want my actions misinterpreted, and because I want to be with real friends and not having to watch for connectors. Don't make the mistake of connection. That connection is actually trust. Don't mistake it for friendship or confuse it with trust and loyalty. Don't mistake connection for support or confuse it with a measure of credibility. To quote an old American proverb of the 1950s, love many, trust few, and always paddle your own canoe. Be kind, but not naive. It's a big learning curve, learning to lead. But this one is a really important one.